Fine, so now we need to understand, we'll discuss this topic today. First, inventory, and it's not so a difficult topic. Again, I'm telling you, it's a very simple topic that we need to understand, because both the term you are very habitual nowadays, you are familiar with. You also know the forest, you also know the inventory. I hope you all have heard this word, inventory, isn't it? Right? And so I'll explain you everything in a very lucid manner, very simple manner that you need to understand. And if in between, if you have any kind of doubt or question, that you people are free to ask a question, right? So let's start with this definition first. We need to understand this, what is definition. So definition is not so difficult to understand. Before we need to understand the term forest and inventory, right? There is two terms there, forest, and we all know the meaning of forest there, isn't it? What is will be the basic characteristics of forest, right? So we and everyone nowadays, now even I hope that you all know the exact meaning of forest here. So let me just give you some brief about that again, right? We all know that that's basically it's a land, is it right? It's a kind of land. We all know that is going to bear certain kind of vegetative association, right? If it is a vegetative association, and that vegetative association has been dominated by the trees there, obviously the trees, and obviously vegetative already signify that all kind of plant species you are able to get there, but that particular area should be dominated by tree species, right? And that tree species must have one characteristic, that that tree species should able to produce the wood or other products there. So that is forest. So why I'm talking about this thing, because if you talk about the forest, so there are certain keywords, certain key things that need to understand. This forest means we have a land, right? Then we have a vegetation in the different kind of vegetation. Then you have a tree, basically which is dominated by the tree. The tree is another thing. Then second thing is that whether it is able to produce, production is there, is it okay? Production of wood or other product is there or not, right? Is it okay? And if all these things will be there, then we need to also understand the is impact of all those things on the climate, or you can say that, or whatever be the water facility or water regime is there, or if there is any kind of livestock or wildlife is there, how all these things is going to influence these kind of things in that particular area. Is it okay? So if you talk about the forest, so the forest means that area which have all these kind of characteristics. Again I am repeating, what kind of characteristics? A land, we all know that it must have vegetative association, and obviously dominated by the trees. Then it is going to produce the wood and some other products, and it must have an influence on the climate, or the livestock or the wildlife, or if water supply is there, that has to be influenced by all this kind of feature. So forest is that kind of area. Is it okay? I hope you all now understand what is forest now. Now we need to understand the term inventory first. Inventory, because we are discussing inventory. So before understanding the definition, if both term will be clear, so you are able to frame a definition on your own. Then we'll go for some book definition or some technical definition at all, right? So forest, you understand that. Now we talk about this inventory. So what is inventory? So obviously it is a commercial term is, or if you go for the simple meaning of this inventory is, it means you are making a detailed list of whatever with the object you have. Is it okay? This is a very simple common man meaning. You are making a detailed list of whatever with the object you have or you are own. For example, in your own house, whatever the things you have, a television, you have other kind of furniture, you have this, you are making a detailed list of that. That is also called inventory there. Is it okay? Right? This is a very simple meaning that one need to understand here. Now since we are talking about the inventory in terms of forest, so it means whenever you are doing inventory practice, it means you are making a detailed list of detailed list of all the objects related to the forest. Is it clear? Have you get that? So since we are making detailed list, so what the things we have to write about this? So forest, first area, as I told you, this forest as one case, that is area. So we have to write about what the size and shape of area, right? Then the next thing that we're talking about in the forest is trees, isn't it? Trees which is going to produce wood or some other products. It means we have to mention qualitative and quantitative, right? Qualitative and quantitative information of the growing stock that is available there. Is it okay? Have you understand that? What is forest? What is inventory? Forest, you have understand what the things or what the characteristics of forest is there. Inventory means you are just making a detailed list of all those characteristics. So again I am repeating what the basic characteristic forest has. It is the land, so size and shape of land has to be there, and second we are getting wood product from there and their influence. So their wood product and influence means that the quantity and quality of the growing stock has to be mentioned there. Is it okay? So have you understand this forest inventory? So now if you have to frame a definition now, right, if you understand both the term forest and inventory, now how we can define it, right? So you can you have to add just is, are there, in the definition will be there, like that the forest inventory is, you can say that forest inventory is a kind of practice, right? Kind of practice to describe the quantity, quality, right? Then other parameter of the tree, other parameter means diameter distribution, you can say that, right? No, diameter distribution of the trees and the characteristics of the area on which the tree is growing. Is it okay? So you can define it like that, forest inventory. Again I am repeating, if you can say that the forest inventory is a sort of practice in which the description of quantity, quality, and then diameter distribution of forest tree and characteristics of land, right? Characteristics of land has to be included there. That is forest inventory. Is it okay? Have you understand, all of you understand this meaning of forest inventory? Have you get that, or is there any other kind of question if you have? Is okay now? Is there any question from anyone from this term forest inventory? See, definition you can get from lots of places, no issue on that. Your job is to understand, and my job is to make you very simple how to understand forest inventory. So if you are unable to memorize, at least you are able to write what is forest inventory there. Is it okay? So now if you understand in a very general term, so there is one definition I have taken from the book that is given by Loesch and Heller, right, in his research. So I'm just quoting those definitions, then you can easily understand what he has said that. So what this Loesch and Heller has said that forest inventory is the tabulated, listen carefully, forestry inventory is the tabulated, first tabulated, as I told you, inventory means detailed list, so list is tabulated, right? Tabulated, reliable and satisfactory, second characteristic should be reliable and satisfactory tree information, right? Tree information related to the required unit, respective unit of assessment in hierarchy order. Is it okay? So I hope now you are able to understand the technical definition also. If you are able to get this common definition, obviously technical definition become bit easy to all of you. Is it clear to have you understand now this term forest inventory to all of you? Or if you have any question from in your mind, you can ask. Okay, now if it is clear, so there are see, it is one term that has been used, but in India this term forestry inventory is known as a enumeration. Is it okay? In India it is termed as a forest inventory is termed as a enumeration. It is not called inventory in India, right? So if you get this term in an Indian book or something, so you should understand yourself that the things calling about this inventory itself, right? Enumeration. Is it okay? In India it is called enumeration, and in the North America this for inventory practice is called cruise. So whenever you're going to study this rangeland management in that top syllabus, you are able to get this term cruise. So again, the cruise means inventory here. Is it okay? So you need to understand synonymous also. For the synonymous is, in India it is called enumeration, and in North America it is called cruise. Fine. So if you are going to study this term anywhere in the forestry, in the context of forestry, so you can easily understand this is talking about the inventory practices, right? Have you get that? Right. So now before moving further, also I like to explain this term enumeration, right? Because as I told you, this in Indian context, this forest inventory practice is called enumeration, right? So again I am taking the definition from this terminology that is given by Indian context. So let me quote you, then I going to explain you this. This is given by Indian Forest and Forest Product Terminology Part 1. Is it okay? Listen carefully. From here I getting this definition of enumeration. Indian Forest and Forest Products Terminology Part 1. Right. So as per the definition of given by this terminology, that's enumeration as the counting singly or together. Listen carefully. Singly or together of individual one or more species in a forest crop and their classification by species, size and condition. Listen carefully again. Enumeration as the counting singly or together of individuals of one or more species in a forest crop, right, and their classification by species, size, condition, etc. Right. So is it not so difficult to understand, because what I have explained to you, the same thing has been written, only the some other words has been used. As I told you, what the things in the forest inventory you have to do, it is kind of, you have to describe the quantity, quality, diameter distribution and land characteristics. Same thing has been written over there by using some more clarification. For example, see what the definition we have studied, there is not mentioned that is a one tree or two tree or three tree will be there, but in enumeration that has been mentioned there, right? It may be single, isn't it? It may be single or together, right? It may be one species or more species. Is it okay? And then you have to classify on the basis of species, size, condition and etc. That is enumeration. That is the meaning of enumeration that is given by this Indian Forest and Forest Products Terminology. See why I am quoting this thing, Indian Forest and Forest, because enumeration have a different meaning. If you go for the commerce section, you have a different meaning. Even you write in the Google, you get a different meaning of enumeration. But since we are discussing in the perspective of forest mensuration, that's why I am quoting. Okay, we need to understand this definition that is given by Indian Forest and Forest Product Terminology Part 1. Is it okay? Right? So so this is the basic definition of forest inventory. And why we need to understand that, because now the scope has been bit widened as respect to the forest inventory, because see, initially there is only one product we are getting from the forest, that is timber, isn't it? But nowadays lots of other product that we are getting from the forest itself. So that's why the understanding of forest inventory has been increased. Is it okay? Right? Because not only wood, but now as I explained, we are also talking about the non-wood things. Non-wood means we are developing recreation, we are doing this watershed management activities, isn't it? uh, we are talking about nowadays wildlife, everything. So that's why the concept of first amendment get broadened every day. So whenever you are thinking over that, when we are going to study that, so keep all the perspective, not only this timber perspective or another kind of NTFP or something like that. So also take some other perspective that need to be listed or that need to be included in inventory concern. Is it okay? Have you get that? So I hope now this term first inventory has been cleared to all of you, that I am expecting. But still, if you have any question, you have 30 seconds to ask a question if any one of you are unable to understand this term here. Right. And one thing I like to make you sure that whenever you are writing any answer, so at least write those definition or those concepts which are relevant to that subject, right? Every time I have told you these things, so then your answer become relevant. Is it okay? So now as there is no question that anyone of you raising related to this term. So now moving to the next slide here. So now we need to understand objective. It means purpose. Why we need to do this inventory practice. So why we need to make the forest inventory, right? So these are the things, right? Everything has been already discussed in some previous chapter. So let me summarize it here. So when you are listing, so first is volume determination, right? This is the first purpose or objective of doing this forest inventory or the enumeration that you are doing. So this is the main objective, is to determine the volume of the timber that is growing in there, right? Or the volume of growing stock that is available there. Is it okay? Now on the basis of volume, we are able to estimate the yield, right? I don't think I have to explain both the volume and what is yield. Everything has been explained, so I'm not going to go into detail. So objective is volume determination of all these trees that is growing stock is available there. Then after that job is to determine the yield on the basis of volume that we are getting there from that, right? Then after that, estimation of return, right? Estimation of return, because you know that when you are estimating volume and or you are estimating yield, so what the purpose for estimating volume or yield? So purpose is sell, isn't it, or exchange. So if you are going to do this kind of practice for selling of all these products or exchanging all these products, so what the return you are expecting, right? So that's also going to fulfilled. Is it okay? That estimation of return is there. Have you get that? And how this inventory is going to help you, because inventory will be going you all the list, what the things you have. See, you have to, if you have to sell something, you must have the stock for that, right? So in the inventory, then inventory will going to show the stock, what the things you have to sell or to exchange, right? So if you have estimation of that number of object that need to be sell out, then you are able to estimate the return here itself. Is it okay? All these three objective has been clear to all of you? Right. Now up to this point, is it clear? Now the next objective is current or periodic annual increment. Obviously, since you are listing all these things that you have, so every year you are doing all those kind of uh, listing, isn't it? For example, in 2020 I have a list what the things I have, then 2020 I am making a list which I have, isn't it? So the difference of all these lists will provide you the increment, isn't it? What the increment you are getting with your forest or not. So through this listing you are able to get those things also there. Is it clear? And the final is to get the proper map of the area, proper map. So how will get this proper map? Any idea? So it is not so difficult to understand. Proper map means since you are listing, so you are in forest, just take an example and just imagine, make an imagination of all of you yourself. Just you are in a forest area, right, and you are listing everything that is in this forest area, whether it is a wildlife, whether it is a watershed, whether it is a water, or is a wild or flora, fauna, everything you are listing that. So when you are going to list that, also obviously you are also writing this all this necessary information about those objects. For example, I am getting one tree here, I am writing all this necessary information about that tree, whether it is, what is this longitude, latitude, geographical information, height, everything. So and now I am moving all this forestry, so obviously I am able to get the map of that particular area also. Have you get that? So while we are doing this inventory practice, you are able to make a proper map of that particular area also. So these are the basic or these are the objective that you are need to be fulfilled while doing this forest inventory practices. Is it okay? And now then what the advantage you will get by doing all this kind of exercise, volume, yield estimation, all these things. So if you have all this information, right, then you are able to smoothly run your forest management program. First thing is that. Second thing is that if you have to frame a new forest management program, then you are also able to frame that on these information, right? Then you are also able to take certain decision related to the feasibility of the project, right? If you are have to make any project, so whether the project is economic viable or not, economic feasible or not, so using all these necessary information you are able to evaluate or you are able to assess the feasibility of your project. Is it okay? Have you get that here? So now if you have any question, all of you, if those who are in the session, if question either from the definition or from this objective, you people have a 30-second to ask. Okay, so no question has been raised by anyone. So let me move to the next section, kind of enumeration, right? So now this term has been used here, enumeration. Now you all understand the in context forest inventory is enumeration, right? So there are two enumeration that we need to discuss: total or complete, partial or sample there. Now, so one by one I like to discuss both this: total or complete, partial or sample. So let's move to this total or complete, right? What kind of enumeration it is? So I have just to make a simple tabulation there to simplify it. Your notes also, right? You can make a notes on this basis, or you can understand the things also very easily through this bulleting. So total or complete, as the name suggests, total or complete. So it means this kind of enumeration or this kind of detailed listing practice has to be conducted out over the entire area, as the name suggests. Is it okay? Entire area means entire area of the forest under consideration, right? So entire area means not all the area has to be included, only we are talking about the forest area that you have to work, right? So in this total or complete enumeration, what the things you have to do that, or what the things you have to enumerate? You have to enumerate of the desired species, what are the species that you have intention to work all over the forest area. Is it okay? Listen carefully again. In this total or complete enumeration, what are the things has to be done? You need to enumerate the desired species above the specified specified diameter unit. Whatever the unit, that diameter unit, you all know that, over the specified diameter unit, and that has to be carried out over the entire area of the forest under consideration. Is it okay? That's the first thing that you have to done in this total or complete enumeration. Now the thing is, since we are talking about the entire area, so obviously it is very expensive and time consuming. It is very expensive and time consuming, right? Because if area will be more vast area will be there, and the forest area is a bit dense or something like that, and if there is more variability in the forest area, so you have a more and more expensive and more time consuming has to be done there. And then you can conduct this enumeration in the miscellaneous forest also, right? It means not only for the monocrop, but if it is a multiple crop is available there, you are able to conduct this kind of exercise there itself. Is it okay? And then finally we can do this, we can also doing this total complete enumeration for statistical studies. Is it okay? Why we are doing this statistical studies? So that you are able to check the partial information. So that's why this statistical study has to be conducted through this total or complete enumeration practices. Is it okay? But the problem is there, since it is required more time, more expense, more money is there, so that's why most of the time this kind of enumeration is avoided. Is it okay? Right? Though it will give you a true picture, it will provide you a real data, but still, since it is expensive and time consuming, so generally total or complete enumeration is avoided, and we are only doing this partial or sample enumeration. Is it okay? Is it clear? Fine. Is there any question from this total complete enumeration from anyone? So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, so no question at all. So now we move to the second kind of enumeration, that is partial or sample. So it is not difficult to understand. As I told you, just a representative portion has to be enumerated. Is it okay? See, in the previous, total means whole area has to be there, but in this partial or sample, right, only the representative portion of the whole forest area need to be enumerated. Is it okay? Right? And but here certain precautions has to be taken. As I told you, you have to take a sample, so at least to make a detailed survey, so that you are able to get a proper sample that is going to represent the whole crop there. So only this representative portion has to be listed, or the representative portion has to be enumerated. Is it okay? Right. And all this sampling, everything has been discussed, but again I like to discuss in some other class. I'm going to again like to discuss sample. So here representative person is there, and then as I already discussed with you, how to sample has to be taken, and the size of sample or the number of sample has to be depend upon the size of area on which you are working, right? Whether you did a 1 sample or 2 sample or 100 sample is totally depend upon the area on which you are supposed to work. Is it okay? So there are two kind of enumeration has to be conducted here. Now moving to this decision, choice of kind of enumeration. It means what kind of enumeration that you have to select, whether you have to do total or whether you are supposed to partial. So how the decision has to be taken. Is it okay? How the decision you are supposed to take there. So there are certain criteria that need to be followed. On the basis of those criteria you have to make your decision, right? Whether you have to take a partial or whether you have to take a total enumeration. Is it okay? So the basic criteria is there, that the area that you have intention to cover. Second thing is that variation in the composition and density, right? Listen carefully, what the criteria that need to be followed. First, the area that you have to cover. Second, the variation in composition and density. Third is what kind of accuracy required, degree of accuracy I'm talking about, right? Degree of accuracy that is required. Then what the resource available. Resource means how much time you have, how many laborers you have, and how much fund that has been allotted to you, right? And finally the management objective. Listen carefully again, how the design has to be made. So there are certain basics. First, area. Is it okay? Area. Second, composition and density. Composition and density I'm talking about. That the second criteria that need to be followed, composition, density, right? Then the third criteria, as I told you, third criteria is accuracy. What kind of accuracy? It means degree of accuracy that you required, right? Accuracy. Then the next I have talked about the resource that is available there. Resources, what the resource you have. Resource basically the money or the fund, the labor, and the time, how much time you have. Is it okay? Resource. And finally the management objective. Management objective. So these are the basic criteria that one need to follow while selecting the kind of enumeration. Is it okay? So these 4 or 5 things that you have to keep in mind there, right? And then you can easily understand that if area is too large or extensive area is there, so you have to do only this partial or sample enumeration you can conduct, right? And if certain area you are getting that where this composition is very variable, right? You are able to get variation in the compositions. Obviously total enumeration need to be practiced there. Is it okay? And if you need accuracy, talk about the accuracy. If you need more accuracy, so obviously you have to go for this total or complete enumeration there. Is it okay? And at the end of the day, what the resource you have level, right? If what, how much money, how much labor, and how much time you have. On the basis of this also you can decide the kind of enumeration. Is it okay? Right? So this is the way we are supposed to make a forest inventory here. Have we get that? So this all about the forest inventory. So now if you people have any question or some kind of doubts you have, you can ask there. Right, so if you have any question you can raise, so the doubts can be clear.